We had been married for 5 years. 5 whole years of building a life together. Sharing laughter, arguments, memories, bills, and dreams. I thought I knew her. I truly believed that the woman I married, the one who stood before me in white and promised to love me forever, had given me all her truths. I never imagined that a secret that big had been festering under the surface since the night before our wedding. It started with a phone call. One I never expected. One that turned everything upside down. Her male friend's girlfriend, ex-girlfriend now, I suppose, was the one who broke the silence. She said she thought I deserved to know the truth. That I had been lied to long enough. At first, I thought it was some kind of prank or a misunderstanding. Why would she call me? Why now? But she was calm, direct, and dead serious. She said that the night before my wife and I got married, her boyfriend confessed that he was in love with my wife. And she knew. My wife knew the whole time. I sat down, phone trembling in my hand, not knowing how to breathe for a second. What did you just say? I remember whispering. He told her he loved her. He told her the night before you got married, she repeated. I tried to process it. The woman I married, the woman who swore she would be honest with me, had kept something so crucial hidden. And worse, she let the man who told her he loved her attend our wedding, smile in our photos, toast to our future. I confronted her that night. I couldn't hold it in. I stood in our kitchen, trying to keep my voice steady, though my whole world felt like it was tilting. She admitted it. She didn't even try to deny it. Just stood there, guilt heavy in her eyes, and told me it was true. He had confessed to her the night before our wedding. She said she didn't tell me because she didn't want to ruin the wedding. I snapped. How could you not tell me? I shouted. How could you let that man come to our wedding knowing what he said to you? What kind of person does that? She tried to soothe me, reaching for my hand. I pulled away. I didn't want to ruin the day, she said again. It was a mistake. I didn't feel anything for him. I didn't want to make a big deal out of something that meant nothing to me. Nothing? That confession meant nothing to her. Yet she kept it hidden like a bomb she didn't want to detonate. She looked me in the eye and insisted it didn't matter. But how could I believe that? Especially when I found out they still meet. Yes, 5 years later, they still meet weekly. Have coffee. Catch up. Like nothing ever happened. Like he never confessed his love for her. Like she never kept that confession from me while I stood there waiting at the altar, ready to give her everything. I asked her to cut him off. I told her point blank. If you want this marriage to survive, if you want me to even begin to believe in you again, he's out. No discussions. No excuses. He's gone. She hesitated. Not immediately. Not decisively. She said she needed to think about it. That she didn't want to hurt him. That he'd been her friend for a long time. My jaw clenched so hard I thought I'd break a tooth. You should have thought about that 5 years ago, I told her. I didn't sleep that night. Just lay in bed next to her, awake and staring at the ceiling, wondering how many other secrets she'd buried. How many other truths she decided I couldn't handle. I had doubts about this guy from the beginning. Call it intuition. Something about him always made me uneasy. He was too eager, too available, too close. The way he looked at her when he thought I wasn't watching. I noticed. I just didn't want to admit it. She swore to me again and again that he was just a friend. I wanted to believe her. I did believe her. Until I didn't. After I found out, the rest started to unravel quickly. The girlfriend, his ex, reached out again. She told me they had broken up over this. That he had been obsessed with my wife for years. That he'd talk about her, compare every relationship to her. She said she'd finally had enough. It wasn't something in the past. It was current. Active. Dangerous. I showed this to my wife. Her reaction? She looked uncomfortable. She didn't deny it. But she also didn't look surprised. That made it worse. She knew. She knew he still had feelings for her. She just didn't want to deal with it. So she chose to ignore it. To act like nothing was wrong. And in doing so, she betrayed me all over again. I told her if she didn't cut contact, we were done. She didn't say anything. I left. I packed a bag and went to stay with a friend. I needed space. I needed air. Because I couldn't breathe in that house anymore. Not with all the lies woven into the walls. She called, texted, begged me to come back, said she was sorry, that she'd end it with him, that she wanted to fix things. But it was too late. Too late because she didn't end it on her own. Too late because she only cared when she realized she might lose me. Too late because she should have never allowed him to be part of our lives after what he said to her. I started seeing things differently. Not just her betrayal, but the whole picture. I realized she never made me the priority. She made the situation about not making a scene, about not hurting her friend's feelings, about keeping the peace. Not about me. Not about the man she promised forever to. She kept his confession secret because she knew damn well I'd be furious. She knew it would change everything. And she gambled I'd never find out. But I did. And once that truth is out, it doesn't go back in. Trust doesn't just snap back into place. It's like a vase shattered on the floor. You might glue it back together, but you'll always see the cracks. We're separated now. I filed for divorce. I didn't want to. I didn't imagine this would be how my marriage ended. But I couldn't look at her without remembering everything she chose not to tell me. Every smile she gave me while she carried that secret. Every dinner we shared while she kept meeting him weekly. I can't unsee it. Some people online told me I was overreacting. That I won. She married me, not him. That if she didn't feel the same, it shouldn't matter. But it does matter. Because she wasn't honest. Because she made the decision to hide it. Because for 5 years, she maintained a friendship with a man who tried to derail our marriage before it began. And because she hesitated when I asked her to cut him out. I wonder if she liked knowing someone still pined for her. I wonder if his attention made her feel desirable in a way I couldn't. Maybe it was all innocent. Maybe she really didn't feel anything for him. But the moment she chose secrecy over honesty, it didn't matter what her feelings were. The damage was done. I've had a few close friends share their own stories. One guy told me his female friend confessed love to him a week before his wedding. Sent him inappropriate photos. And he told his fiancée immediately. They cut that friend out together. They've been married 13 years. That's how you handle it. With transparency and loyalty. But my wife, she chose the opposite. She let a man who loved her stand beside us on our wedding day. Toast to us. Smile in the photos. And then she met him weekly for 5 years like none of it happened. I keep thinking, what if she had said yes to him? What if she had second thoughts? What if he had tried again? If someone is truly committed to you, they make it clear where their loyalty lies. They don't keep what-ifs hanging around. They don't entertain emotional connections that could one day become more. She didn't cheat. But she betrayed. And in some ways, betrayal without physical cheating hurts even worse. Because it tells you where you really stand. She told me she loved me. But when it came to action, she didn't protect our bond. She protected his. So now I'm done. I'm exhausted. And I'm moving on. I deserve someone who doesn't hesitate. Someone who shuts down inappropriate behavior the moment it arises. Someone who doesn't need to be asked to choose me. They just do. Let her keep her friend. She already chose him when she chose to keep it hidden. I'm choosing peace now. And maybe, just maybe, one day I'll find someone who values truth as much as I do. Until then I'll rebuild. Alone, but finally honest with myself.